So if you could briefly introduce yourself, who you are, your role, your business, what your business does, and the unique value that you bring to the market, that would be a great starting place.
So my name is Vicky, and I've been using SmarterQueue for a very long time now, and I absolutely love it. Actually, that's not true. I've used it for a whole bunch of different reasons and businesses and projects. So currently I use it for Silicon Drinkabout, which is a global community of local meetups for people interested in entrepreneurialism and tech. Those events are happening all around the world. I'm not managing everybody's social media from SmarterQueue, but I deal a lot with the Bristol, the London event, and the kind of general brand, because I sit at the top there at this global brand. But I also use it for my personal accounts. I'm now also working full-time for Tech Nation, which is a company in the UK helping entrepreneurs. So I'm also using it to promote all sorts of opportunities, great articles and things like that for that community as well.
Awesome. So let's start from the beginning then. How were you managing your social media before SmarterQueue, and what were your pain points that kind of led you to find a new solution?
Well, I'm just going to be honest. Claude made me use SmarterQueue. He hounded me for weeks, being like, "You need to use this. It's amazing." And I was like, I don't feel like I have a problem. I quite enjoy being on social media. But actually, once he finally got me kind of set up and using it, then I've never wanted to leave. I've used other products, and I can't remember the name of the one specifically that I used in the past. But in comparison, SmarterQueue is so colorful, it's so clean, it's so kind of user-friendly. I love specifically that you can set the categories, and therefore if I'm having a real, I need to promote events today, I can just dump them all in, but then they'll be spread out. I love that. So yeah, I don't think I realized it was a pain until I started using it, especially when I went freelance for 2 years and I was working on different clients' projects. And yeah, I just had so many fingers in different pies, and I needed a scheduling tool. And generally now I use social media a lot less than I used to, kind of for my mental health and kind of making sure that I kind of digital detox a little bit. So being able to schedule things rather than going individually onto each platform and constantly kind of keeping up and being distracted by these things. That's why I find it super useful.
Awesome. Cool. So what results have you achieved with SmarterQueue? Is there any kind of, I don't know if it was time or ROI, or if you could quantify that for any clients you've had or businesses you've worked with, but the results that you've had from using SmarterQueue?
In terms of doing it for freelance clients, it's been really useful to be able to tell them kind of, be able to show proof of what's gone out and the analytics on that. In terms of kind of usability, it's great that these things are happening kind of whilst you sleep. Occasionally I'll forget that something's in the feed, and it'll go out and some kind of current affair has happened, and therefore it's completely no, I shouldn't have said that. But it's rare, and that's just around management, I guess. But generally, I think, especially with Silicon Drinkabout, which is global, it helps with time zones. So I can be posting things whilst I am literally asleep, but therefore people in other time zones are seeing that content during their working day.
Okay, cool, awesome. So could you describe what it's like having a SmarterQueue subscription? In what regard? What are the features that you find the most value in, and why do you think they're the most valuable features?
Okay. For clients, it was very interesting because I use more of the features that I don't generally use. So some of the kind of content discovery thing was great because I was needing to think like my clients and the kind of thing that they would like to post. So they'd be able to tell me people that they are interested in, people that they follow, and then I could look at those people specifically through SmarterQueue and find content that they had written and then kind of schedule for retweets or like engaging with that. So that was really great. For myself, like just love the categories. I always refer to it as kind of being social media, like the Rubik's Cube of social media scheduling, because it's not just two-dimensional. It's not like a schedule and then, you know, time slots. You can actually dump things and it will separate it on your behalf, which I really, really love. I'm trying to think the other features. Definitely the categories, just love that. And the analytics, like I do use that fairly often. And then actually there's something that's a little bit more recent for you guys is the being able to have an alternative text or be able to add alternative images and being able to kind of A/B test a little bit. So yeah, that's been a really good development.
Cool. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. So last question for you here then. How likely are you to recommend SmarterQueue, and why should someone listening to this take action now?
I recommend SmarterQueue all the time. I love it. I'm trying to convince my current employer to get us on it. I just think it's just great. So why should somebody? Well, you should give it a go because you guys have a free trial, right? Like have a dig around, really play with it. See how the categories and kind of, I think that's the thing. Once you've, it takes a bit of time to kind of set up your schedule and your different categories and work out what's going to be best for you. But once you've got it working, then you just throw content at it and it just spits it out in a really like fantastic way. And it's super easy to use. So everyone should switch to SmarterQueue.